Animated videos, how to program when objects enter and leave on your timeline. All right, so I have a blank slide here, and the first thing I'm going to do is add a character to it or an object. I'm going to start with a character. Okay, so I'm going to pull her over here. I'm going to resize her so it looks a little better. And cool. All right, so now when you have your object or objects in the position that you want them in, you're going to come down here to your timeline. One thing I want to note is that for every object that you put in, is going to have its own timeline. So for example, I'll put this woman here. She pops up with a different timeline. The highlighted timeline is going to be the highlighted object. Okay, so if I select here, you're going to see her selected. So I'm going to get rid of her by pressing delete on the keyboard. All right, so when we're wanting to program when to enter onto the timeline and when to exit, we want to look for these black dots here that are on the timeline. Okay, so this is going to be the enter. And we have a 10-second slide, and this is going to be the exit. So what I want to do is I want it to come in at 1 second and leave at 7 seconds. So what I'm going to do is take the exit, and then I'm going to come here and drop it on the 7. All right, I'm going to come back here, and I'm going to take the entrance, and I'm going to bring it to the 1. Okay, now I want you to see that you have different colors on your timeline. All right, good thing to note is this is the duration of how long it's going to take your object to enter onto the slide. So the shorter you make this, the quicker it will enter onto the slide. The longer it will take. So for example, if I go ahead and play here, okay, it's going to enter very quickly. And if I bring this back here and bring it back to 0 and start from the beginning, it's going to go a little bit slower for us. This white part is going to be the duration, and then after that exit point, she's going to disappear. All right, now one thing that we can also do is I'll come back here, pull our timeline back, is we're going to add effects to our entrance and our exit. So if we click here on our entry, we're going to choose an enter effect. I have up here, and then I can also choose to have a hand if I want to. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to select the first hand I see, and I'm going to choose. All right, and then what I'm going to do is come over here to the end. Let me put this back on the 7. Okay, and I'm going to select here and choose an exit effect. Have none. We can come here and let's just go down to keep it simple, and then choose a hand, and then let's just pull it down with this finger here. Okay, choose. All right, so let's play from the beginning. Okay, she's on there. 7 seconds comes, it gets taken off. All right, now one thing I also want to show you as far as the transitions on entering. If you come back here, you have different ways that you can have them, different effects you can put on. So if we come here to linear, we have the ease in, ease out, sine, power, and bounce. So if we want her to bounce when she comes in, we can choose that. All right, click out of here, and then we can play again, and then we'll have her bounce and come in. All right, thank you, and I'll talk to you next tutorial.